Pimp My Setup, episode number 232. We're live on June 11, 2017. My name's Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly. And as always, we're joined by producer Tom.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, you can't see him because, well, we're just having a big issue with the capture cards today. I am going to give up. And welcome to the C920 stream. Anyways, before we get started, here's a quick word from today's sponsor. This episode of Pimp My Setup is sponsored by Borch Designs ArcHub. The ArcHub solves the #1 issue that comes with buying a USB-C laptop. Ports. Enclosed in an aluminum shell, ArcHub's 7 ports have everything you need for your laptop. Powerful enough to connect all your devices, yet small enough to take anywhere you go. To learn more about the ArcHub, click the link in the description. Alright, so without further ado, let's hop into the first setup of the day, submitted by Thomas. Thomas is 18, he likes to play games and chill. That's it. He's a very simple man. And if you look at his setup, I mean, yeah, he's a pretty simple man. Not a lot going on. I would say out of sight, out of mind in some regard is kind of over the top, but then when you really look at it, it's like 6, 7 little things, a little picture and headphones. So if he was to have the headphones under the desk or something like that, that would help free up a lot of space. And then I'd probably just kind of put the picture frame to the right of the monitor and just kind of like space things out a little bit. I think my biggest issue though is sort of, I don't know if this is really usability as much as it's out of sight, out of mind, but I think the placement of the PC is not really the best because it takes up a lot of usable space where those figures can go, your picture frame, you could even put something else over there. I think that would be ideal opposed to, of course, having your PC there. The PC is ginormous. So the problem I see though is if you go to the next photo, I mean, the PC would fit there on the left side. It's just you won't see the window. You can't get a good angle because if you angle it, then it's kind of, you know, taking up more space than it really needs to. The cables are going to be a lot more visible to everyone, so it's going to be hard to find that balance. So you might as well just shove it in the corner and call it a day. You can obviously come up with a way to show it where the side panel is visible, but again, cables, that's going to be an issue. Definitely think that would be a smart idea though. Fix it up, you know. Now another thing I want to know, because a lot of people actually surprisingly have said it in the chat already, and that's why I'm actually surprised, because normally people don't understand how desks actually work. But don't you think, given the curvature of the desk, he should have the monitor in where the PC is? You would think, but also look at the drawers. It almost makes it think, okay, he is sitting in the right spot. But personally, I think maybe the monitor should be in the corner. What do you think, Tom?
I think it's fine like this. I mean, because of the PC being right next to the monitor, it seems more crowded than it should be. So moving that PC, I feel like would give it a better reason to be just straight on, not off to the side. I feel like that's a little weird. The curvature doesn't really work like that. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to see.
It's just weird because normally, I mean, the curve is just, it leads you to believe it'd be in the corner, but
I wouldn't want to sit towards that corner with the curve like that. I'd rather sit straight on.
But if you're sitting the way he's sitting right now, then it's curving into him. It just seems, I don't know, it's a weird desk. So, yeah, anyways, a lot of people are going back and forth about that in the chat, so maybe they'll do some math and figure out the dimensions and what's the
calculations.
Best. Yeah, but I think we can't really see too much of what else is going on. Obviously, I like when posters are framed. I don't think the theme is too hot here because it needs to just be kind of like cleaned up, streamlined, tell us what it is. I don't know about the TV. I guess you have something like a bed or whatever over on the other side. Can't really see the full console setup. From what we see in the second photo, it looks like there's a lot more going on the left side that we don't know about. Plus, I also don't think that's the best spot for your guitar, unless you really have no other option. I mean, that just looks like a slow death, because you pull it out and you're probably banging it against the desk and everything. Doesn't seem ideal, but let's go to the next setup submitted by Andreas. 22 interests include Syndicate, Razor, bowling, video games, and watching movies.
You
series.
Say bowling or bowling?
Bowling.
Okay, I thought you said
Did I say bowling?
It sounded
I'm
like
just bowling all the time, boy.
I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah, my bad. Watching movies, series, and anime. So, take a look at this one. I mean, he said himself, Razor fanboy. Loser. No, personally, again, I'm not a huge fan of Razor, not because I think their products suck. I just hate their logo and how it's plastered on everything. And it's like, ugh, it's just all green. And I actually think green's a cool color. I know that's Tom's favorite color, but when we all move, Tom wants to finally do like a legit setup, like badass, start to finish. And I want to ask you, as a lover of green ever since you were a little kid, would you ever want to do all-out razor?
No, I would not. Even if I want to do green, I probably won't do green. I'll probably do something like purple. I just think green with setups, it's kind of like overdone with the razor stuff, and there's no really way to not make it razor when you want to do green.
That's so true, because even if you don't put razor in your setup, but you make it all green, it's like, oh, look at the razor fanboy.
Yeah, like they'll be looking for the razor peripherals and all that.
Yeah, so. You have like Corsair, everything. Like, look at the razor fanboy. Yeah, I definitely think razor killed green in setups. And again, I don't hate razor. They make good stuff. Yes, it's expensive, but like, I think that it doesn't work for me. I think the Syndicate stuff's cool. I don't think it's mounted correctly in the poster frames. I think you got bigger poster frames than the actual poster size. Go to the picture of all the posters, Tom. Yeah. They don't fit, so you're supposed to mount it to the center of the poster and not just let it fold down to the bottom, because that doesn't look right.
Unless he's going for like a unique look to it.
It's not. You know how people try to turn stuff that they can't do or don't want to do into like...
everything's the same. It's not like one's like fits perfectly. All of them have like the same like white
No,
lines.
I know. The idea, though, is if you get a poster like that, you're supposed to center it to the frame so it has the white border.
Yeah.
Just because you didn't do it, don't make me like. Don't tell me it's like not it. It's like a new trend.
I don't know. I think it's cool.
I think it's stupid. Unless it had something in that big white space, that's stupid. Sorry, but it's
maybe like you could have like a receipt of when he got it, like above in that little spot.
That no. I mean, if that's what you want to do, I think if you wanted it to be cool, you get the Syndicate logo and you put it above each poster in that white spot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like something like to go over it, like to say like this is what it is.
Yeah, that would probably be a lot better
if you're gonna keep it like that. If not, center it.
Yeah, but going to the second photo, I mean, yeah, it works. I mean, you do have a lot of stuff. I'm not a huge fan of the PlayStation 4 Pro being where it is. Also, why do you have a PlayStation 4 Pro if you have a PS4? Just seems a little bit like overkill.
He's a PlayStation fanboy, but Xbox is green, so I don't know why I didn't get an Xbox.
Calling him out. But yeah, I mean, the cable management's pretty good for what we see. I mean, the fourth photo, yeah, there's not a lot you could do there, but that razor soap. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm never getting sponsored by Razer.
Next video sponsored by Razer.
Yeah, they paid me a lot to pretend like I don't.
I love the Razer peripherals.
Them.
Green makes a setup.
Yeah, if you don't have green, don't fucking send it to my show. But yeah, I think it is a cool setup, man. I like it. You oh my Jesus Christ!
Oh, that wind. Oh,
yeah,
it feels so
we have
good.
all the doors open because it's absolutely gorgeous out, and we don't want to turn the AC on. But yeah, I think it is cool. It is cool. But
what is that ladder for?
You see, Tom,
I'm pretty sure there's a photo where it shows like he has like a little top area.
He's just being trendy, man. Also, how would you actually use that ladder?
That's pretty good.
I feel like it comes out from the wall. Like he moves his chair, he pulls it out.
Can you imagine he's like trying to climb it like that? He's like, it's just really
he goes
counterintuitive.
And he twists himself around again.
Yeah. And actually, I think the room itself is cool, which is the theme for today. We have quite a few rooms that are cool. So we have like 8 photos for each setup. So next setup submitted by Ryan. He's just 17. His cable management is a CSGO thing, according to him, which you can see in the fourth photo. There is no cable management.
CSGO.
Yeah. Plans on replacing the Mac with a custom-built PC, and apparently he's moving in a month, which I hate when people do that, and I hate that I just realized that after I put him on the show, because god damn it! Why do you want me to critique something you're just going to tear down? Oh, but I'm going to take the little critiques and put them in for when I move. It's going to be so great. I don't give... There are people waiting to get on, buddy. And I'm going to be critiquing something that you're not even going to have. That hurts my feelings. Okay, thanks, Plane. But, hey, look at that Cinderella castle. Goddamn. That is... I don't know if you're aware of this, Tom. That is actually a...
replica.
That's a Lego castle.
It is?
And guess how much that mother effer goes for?
2,000.
God, no. It's not that. It's Lego, Tom.
500.
300 and something.
I don't know. I think something like that would be a little more on the expensive side.
Well, yeah, it's not a full castle like it is, but the other half, I think there's no back to it, and you can just see into it. And it comes with all the minifigs and stuff.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I I love Disney, so like actually.
Would you get that for your setup?
I don't think for my setup. I think it's cool. First of all, I would never pay $300 something for Legos because I'm not that kind of guy.
You could probably get a nice like statue or something like that, or like thing that's just like that.
You know, fun fact: at Disney, they sell a like legit replica of the statue, like a 1/18 scale or something, and it's like $35,000.
Okay, only. Okay.
So I'm thinking once we hit it, we're gonna go and get that.
That's the only thing you're gonna buy. That's it.
No cars, no investment into the future. But anyways, with this setup, like it was cool because the third photo we got that full. You know, he likes Disney, but he also likes sports. You know,
yeah, he likes the Giants.
Yeah. And he just has a lot of interests. He's got the Tsum Tsums. He's got Minecraft stuff. Just a lot of little knickknacks. And I think that's super awesome. You know, Apollo 11 and just a lot of cool things. And I like how it's all put together and on display. Very, very cool. But, you know, the fourth photo, we see the cable management. That's going to take a lot of points off your setup. Having the PC the way it is, that's fine. I mean, it's cool you have that decal on the front and everything, but it's super dark in there. There's no LEDs. Obviously, it's not a requirement. It's just something I would recommend. And of course, maybe showing off the case because you have such an awesome side panel. Maybe even lifting it off the carpet would be nice, even though it does have some pretty fat rubber feet there that we can see. But I just think, wouldn't that be nice to show off in his next setup?
Yeah, I like decal on the PC, like you said. So I feel like showing that off would be cool.
Yeah. Also, I think maybe... that's weird. He's using an iMac, but he has a PC.
Yeah, that's weird. I just realized that too.
And I read that he wants to make a custom-built PC soon. Maybe that's like the beginning parts of it. That's why it's so dark in there. Like he didn't actually build it yet. Maybe it's just a case. I don't know. Regardless, pretty confused there. Now, the actual desk itself, you do have a lot of cool little accessories and things like that, and the usability of the microphone and stuff. But of course, cables and stuff like that kind of hurts. Not a lot to say. Again, we're not going to spend much more time on this anyway because you're going to be moving. So thanks. Thanks a lot, Ryan. Next setup of the day, submitted by James. He's 16. Submitted back. And thanks for watching this episode.
Pimp my setup.
He submitted back in December, and he said that he didn't show any personality yet because he just moved into a new house. Well, here we are in June. This is his updated setup. And man, the amount of personality he has added since his original submission isn't. I mean, I think it's actually too much.
It is too much personality.
Why?
Tone it down a little bit.
Like, I don't want to know everything about you when I look at your
I don't want to know that you love trees and mountains.
God, what a guy. No, seriously, what the... But like...
don't say that you want to add more personality, then do not do what you just want to do.
My whole thing is because we've been moving the queue so fast, right? Super fast. You can take all the time you want. And when you're ready, you send me the photo and I'll get you on one of the next episodes. Super simple. I've been really good about that. And I have gotten people pushed forward like crazy. So the fact that you waited this long just to send me this kind of makes me like very confused. So what really irritates me as well is the symmetry here. Ugh. You can't have one lamp and not having the exact one on the other side. You can't have one plant and not have one on the other side. And the worst part is they're both on the same side.
Yeah. At
least put the plant on the other side. Stuff like that irritates me. It's just like simple common sense things. How is that not an eyesore when you look at it? You're like, you know, I like when one thought has stuff, all thought no. Especially when you have... especially when you have the speakers... the triple monitor setup, and this is a big reason why I'm not a huge fan of triple monitor setups anymore, because this just looks like it doesn't really look like a... I don't know. I can't see this being super easy to use and comfortable, and like he actually uses every single monitor, bezel's fatter than your mom, and it, like I'm sure it is. I'm sure it works great and whatever. I just feel like everyone does the triple monitor thing now because it's like, I got 3 monitors, bitch. Like, it's not more of a, like, I actually need 3 monitors, one for this and that, you know, one for the hose and whatever. It's every day, bro. But I feel like it's so overdone and so boring. It's like, oh my God, you know, pop on a Linmon tabletop or whatever with Alex drawers and throw some audio engine speakers up with triple monitors and some IKEA lamps with LEDs that glow different colors. And it's like, bada bing, bada boom, I'm the best setup guy ever. It's like, oh my God, you know, do something different. Put something on the fucking wall for once. There's nothing. I mean, it seems like so...
That's how you're supposed to make it different. You know, it's a cookie cutter setup, basically, with triple monitor. That's how you make it different, by adding personality and theme.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if you have 3, 7, 45 monitors. this is, how do you feel like this is a cool, fun setup for yourself? Like, this is so boring.
Yeah.
I would go to this setup every day and be like, I want to put a bullet in my head. You know, it's like, don't tell me you sit there and like, it's just so inspirational. It's so quiet. There's nothing to like really distract me. Even though I have these real bright LED lights that are in my eyes all the time, there's nothing to distract me.
Get wire mold.
Get wire mold. Second photo though, I think it's, you know, yeah, that's how you do it. That's great. I mean, I'm not bashing you, although it probably seems like that. It's just so, like I've done, I forget what it was, like 300 and some episodes total. 380 something, and it's like the same shit over and over, man. Anyways, let's go to the next setup, submitted by Shahzard.
Charizard.
Yeah, Charizard. 15, his YouTube channel is Delusional Cloud. Wow. Now, this is the most confusing thing I've ever seen. Stay on this photo. How the fuck do you get into your room? And then how do you use that cloud? Okay, actually, hold on.
How do you do anything?
Go back.
To this photo?
There's a door there.
Yeah.
But then there's also the closet to the left. And then if you go back, is he in a doorway?
Yeah. This seems like,
because you can't, I mean,
how does he get back?
You have to be the limbo champion of the year to like side limbo into that shit. I don't know if he's like, if that's like a little nook in the room.
Maybe there's another way to get through to that area.
Yeah, it could either be another door, it could be like a little nook. Okay, actually it's a good point. Bone said it's the hallway, which in that case, it actually makes me think you're even more stupid than you actually are. How do you get... First off, again, the closet in the back where the shelf is, how do you open that? The door to the side, that's the only viable option I see to actually entering this room. Even then, I mean, that's pretty tight, but to the right of what we're looking at right now, behind, like, from where this photo's being taken... Okay, you keep going back and forth. I'm trying to tell a story. To the right of this photo... Go back and stay. To the right of this photo, what is there? How do you get through? It makes no sense at all. That right there killed your usability. I think that's retarded. You gotta actually... Why not just flip the desk to go against the wall that the shelf's at? Then you could actually, I don't know, use the hallway? I don't know, use the door?
Maybe there's another hallway over there. Maybe there's another door right there.
Maybe it's like a never-ending, like, there's 37 entries.
What room is this? Like, I really want to know.
Yeah, who designed this house and was like, this room, can't put shit in it, but it's gonna be dope. It honestly, this must be like a laundry room or something. Even then, why do you have 17 doors in your laundry? I don't know. Someone said it's a closet, yeah, but whose closet leads to like 15 different places of the house? I don't know. This whole thing just seems absolutely...
Maybe it is just like a hallway, like the end of the house, like, and there's two doors.
Like right before the garage and stuff like that.
Maybe one of those doors goes to the garage and the other one goes to the dryer.
Maybe that. I don't know.
And he's like, I'm going to put my setup in this hallway. Is that
it's
okay?
like one of the entryways. I don't know. Maybe he's like a multimillionaire and this is just a joke because it's really, I don't know. I mean, there's obviously an easy way in and out because who the hell would put the desk there and can't get through one of the ways and is like, that's good. And the best part is he's 15. You think his mom would be like, hey, Shahzard, what the hell are you doing, man? You know, obviously, there's got to be a way in and out. Whatever. So
the setup itself is, you know...
It's so simple, which isn't a bad thing. Again, it's just all black everything, and then all of a sudden, a white mouse and a white controller. Found that a little bit odd, but it works. And again, no personality other than that shelf in the back, which isn't necessarily connected to the setup. But I still gave a little bit of points for it because that's cool. You have some cool stuff up on there. I'm not going to hate on you. I just wish you spread it a little bit more. Use the wall space. Behind you, you could put some cool shit. Above the wall, above the setup would be really, really cool. And I think that'd be super simple. You know, there's more stuff you could obviously do to it. The cable management isn't great. Underneath, I wouldn't necessarily have the tin can there with the garbage can and the subwoofer squeezed in between. That's definitely not ideal. And if that's, you know, meant to be a footrest, I would have that front and center, the garbage can in another part of the room, maybe next to the shelf. Get rid of that can and then put the subwoofer close to one of the desk legs and call it a day. But yeah, cable management, usability, that stuff murdered your score. Anyways, let's go to the next set of the day, submitted by Ruben, who's 16. He's set up for casual gaming, programming, and photography. Oh my god, again! Another setup that looks like 13,000 other setups I've seen before. Again, I'm not being a dick, but I am. First off, I think symmetry in a setup like this, kind of like, I guess it's not the end of the world compared to the other one where I feel like symmetry was, it had to be a thing. But doesn't that one lamp just kind of like trigger you a little?
Not really, no, because if you put another lamp there, you know, the PC.
Well, yeah, it'd be hitting the PC. It just kind of triggers me a little bit. I guess maybe I like when things are symmetrical, especially when I see how beautiful the peripherals are set up. Ugly mouse pad.
Yeah, it's like you got this nice purple, pinkish vibe, bluish vibe, and you got this like green mouse pad.
Yeah, like get an extended mouse pad, makes it look a lot cooler. Get a controller stand, that would be a lot cooler. Headphone stand's dope. You know, I do like the lamp, I do like the speakers, I like the PC. What the hell is in that PC? The fuck? Okay. You know, I like the controller on the side. I think the cable management is great. You know, it's a great setup, but here's the thing. One thing above the wall, and bada bing bada boom. I mean, I don't know.
Star Wars theme going for, you know, you got Darth Vader, and then you got, you know,
someone said give him 10 points because he didn't use that Stormtrooper wallpaper everyone uses. This one's used just as much. Any Justin Maller wallpaper should be like minus 30, and it's not because, like, I think Justin Maller obviously has cool wallpapers, but goddamn, you could tell they're literally just on Pinterest, like, ooh, like, oh, my setup won't look good unless I have this wallpaper.
Star Wars wallpaper.
Yeah, it's just like, oh my, like the same shit over and over. So I hope you actually like Star Wars and it's not a I hope I fit in kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because having the poster up above and a wallpaper isn't really going balls deep into a theme. It's kind of like dipping your toes into it. So yeah, not a lot to say about this. Not a lot about you being said in this. So not much to say. But these last two, I think these last two have really cool rooms. So here we are at Abhieshaik's setup, and he's 20 years old. You set it for gaming productivity at the moment. He loves fantasy gaming, anime, and superheroes, and he has the collectibles to show it. So let's slow down here. Let's go through it one by one. Okay. I was gonna say from where you were. Okay. So this is his one wall, right? Is where the dual setup is. He's got a lot of stuff up on the wall. I'll just come out and say it now. You'll see the shelf colors, the doors, and the actual wall paint color are absolutely hideous. And if that was to be adjusted, this room would look a million times better. But that's not going to take away from how great the setup really is, and the overall room is super cool. So, anyways, let's move forward. It's a little bit closer there. We'll talk about that in detail. We'll talk about that in detail. So here is the first one. He had to move that middle shelf, at least from what I gathered in his email. That middle shelf used to be where the TV was, since the TV's recently added. So before this, he didn't actually have this here. I don't think that's a bad spot for it, but I think it would have been better over where the TV is, obviously. Then we go to the next photo. We could see the bed. He's got a recliner, which looks like it might be a little tight, but he's got really cool stuff up on that shelf, like the Winston Pop vinyl. I like that. It's a lot of Overwatch stuff. The canvas, I don't think that's really put in the best spot, especially because it's a lot higher than the other poster. But I see what you're going for. I think that's cool. And then that photo is cool as well. I like the guitar setup. Really, really nice over there. Just overall, like a really cool amount of collectibles and things like that. Now, let's go to the second photo and talk about the setup itself. So my main thing here is out of sight, out of mind, and usability. So I think having the Nintendo stuff, like, well, not even the Nintendo Switch, but the Wii U, I would have like maybe rotated it, you know, both pieces so that it wasn't so close to your keyboard. Put the phone stand a little bit further in the back, maybe move the pop vinyls around so that they weren't just like there looking random. I would have like spaced things out and made it like a whole display. And I would have even like moved some of the what is that, PlayStation 4, I would have moved that over probably. I don't like that it's all bunched up right where you're sitting and doing your work. And of course, obviously you said you do other stuff like gaming, but you say productivity, and it just makes me think I'd like to spread things out and not have so much going on right in front of you. And I like the controllers being over there, all that stuff. I think that's really cool. Cable management's pretty good. We're just seeing a little bit popping out there on the side, but they look managed, so it doesn't seem to be an issue to me. But when we go to the first photo, I just think I'm not a huge fan of where the TV is, and I get it. If you're in bed, it's pretty good. The recliner, though, I don't think the recliner really benefits from the spot of the TV unless it is a movable mount. For me, I think something needs to go under the TV because that's like a lot of wasted space, especially since you had a huge shelf there previously. Like I said, that would have looked great. So why not get something a little bit smaller that's like half a shelf of the size of the shelf you already have, and then you could still put a lot of cool stuff. A lot of that pop vinyl you could actually put, and this is where I was kind of getting at with the consoles and stuff. You put the consoles on this little shelf. You know, you could have the Nintendo Switch there, easy to grab, the Wii U, all that stuff would look really great there. And you could still have collectibles sprinkled throughout. And I'd rather you leave the actual setup itself as simple as possible. Now, I don't know what you're doing for speakers. I see that's not one of the things you have. And then where are his headphones? Is it in that bag?
Maybe, yeah.
I feel like that'd be kind of annoying. I don't see... Yeah, I'm not sure if there's headphones. He's in the chat. I wonder if he could just tell us about that. But, yeah, I think it's...
It's in the bag.
In the bag. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I guess you don't use it that much. You just use the built-in speaker on your ultraride, I guess. But don't get me wrong. I like everything. I think it's really, really cool. I think you'd really benefit from having something under the TV that houses all the consoles, cleans up a little bit of, and I say clutter, and I don't really mean like it's actual clutter. It's just clean it up a little bit. Outside out of mind, it would look really, really nice. I like the laptop setup off to the side. Nice, simple, works well. And I like all the stuff you have going throughout. But I definitely think if you were going to be staying here for a long time and you were able to do it, I would paint the wall like a light gray. I would even take the shelves. You could take a picture of the shelves before, because if you like the arrangement, and that's probably going to be a bitch and a half to do, but that looked like they're ready to be painted. You know, they look like you could just easily put a simple coat of paint on it. And wouldn't that look so good if the walls were light gray? And I guess I would go for like white shelves because the desk is white.
Maybe orange shelves, if you still like that orange color.
If he does, if he likes orange, it would pop.
I feel like it's not good for the whole wall, but maybe some accent, shelves are orange, but then your wall is like gray or whatever color you want.
Yeah, I think it would be sick as hell if you did that. I personally really like the overall room, though. You got a 10 for theme. I think it is a dope-ass setup for sure. So, you have any final thoughts you want to add to it, Tom?
Nope.
No? You sure?
Not at all.
You sure?
Maybe a better spot for like the stuff on the wall with the guitars and all that. Like I feel like that wall's not being underutilized. I don't know how to fix it properly, but it's like those three things together really don't go well. Maybe reorganizing that wall would be cool too, but I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. All right, now let's go to the final set of the day, submitted by Tyler. By the way, he said he just painted it last year. Yeah, it doesn't look good. I'm just gonna be honest. Anyways, final set of the day. Tyler is 20. He's set up for gaming, schoolwork, and Netflix and chill. Plans on putting an Alex drawer next to his setup, under desk headset hanger, and an extended black mouse mat with a red outline. So he's just telling us that's stuff he wants to do, right?
Well, he has it. He has the under.
Why do I read that and then look at the photos?
Yeah, he doesn't have the Alex drawer. That's the only thing he doesn't have.
Well, that's the problem with people sending updated shit. I grab the photos, I copy the description, and then I'm like, so Tyler's doing good with his dreams, He sees them, he goes after them, he does it. So, congratulations. Anyways.
Great job, Tyler.
Someone just said, like, small as bed, what is he, 5?
But that's not small, it's a twin.
It's a twin-size bed, but I just thought it was funny the way he said it. Like, what are you, 5? I
think he would have like a little crib or whatever, the thing with the fencing,
the bars.
On the side,
I just think it's weird though, the where the bed is. Shouldn't the bed be like in the other like opposite diagonal to the desk?
Yeah, I wish they were switched. Basically, I don't know what the rest of the room looks like, but I feel like having the desk where the bed is and the bed where the desk is probably would.
Well, I don't know what that would look like because we don't know what that part of the room looks like.
That's why I wish I saw where the bed is.
Yeah, that's why I was just saying the desk is fine where it is. The bed should be turned sideways in the opposite corner of the desk because every room should be a square, no?
Yeah.
Unless he just he's missing half of his room.
I don't know.
It's like a triangle. Yeah, whatever. So the actual room itself, I feel like there's a lot that could be moved around and cleaned up like the bedding bags and stuff. That's weird. But the actual setup itself, in that photo, yeah, I mean, when you break it down, this looks like a guy that actually needs 3 monitors. You know, it looks like he's actually utilizing 3 monitors. He seems to have a little bit more of an understanding of how setups work and all that. But I feel like he's also still lacking theme. This is an ongoing thing. Plus, he's got Razer headset, which just looking at that logo makes me want to like punch a kitten in the throat. And I love kittens. I have a little kitten inside.
I'll punch it though.
God, I can't even imagine punching a cat. There's some fucked up people in this world. The little fan though, I gave plus 37 points. I like the idea.
I need one of those right now.
Yeah, the functionality, it really is great. You know, the knife I think is cool because obviously you're like I would imagine a CS:GO guy.
He's watching.
Based on what I'm looking at. So I like that. I think those are cool additions to it. You know, the coaster's cool. I do think the mouse pad added a lot, which is nice. I think it's clean. The microphone's good. Speakers are nice. He's got his headphones. He's got his PC. So I think it's better than the last one with the triple monitor that I was kind of complaining about. I think it did a good job. But again, utilize that wall space. Show us you're really like a CS:GO little bitch. You know, we want to know.
He's got that stuff.
Well, yeah, is that an award for being little bitch of the year? CS:GO? Imagine it's like it actually says that.
You're not a little bitch, Tyler. Matt's being too mean right now.
I'm just joking, but yeah,
Matt's hangry.
I like it. He does have more knives up there, though. Did you notice that?
Yeah, that's what I just showed. And you're like, there's an award.
I couldn't see it. I saw the award. You have to realize I was looking at your computer even though I have the picture right in front of me. So, because sometimes it doesn't zoom in because it's stupid. Also, I do see he has some compressed air on the top right of his dresser. I hope you're not sniffing
and some silly
or snorting. Yeah. Same with the silly string. It's not food. We've seen people on that show Intervention huff and puff the PC compressed air. So just don't.
If you want to do it once or twice.
Once or twice is fine, but you have to understand it's addicting.
It's like a cigarette.
Yeah. The final photo, though, you know, props. Good job, cable management. He said before the show, he didn't even care about cable management. He didn't even know it was even like important to people. And then he started watching the show and he's like, oh, hell no. And he grabbed all those cables, did what he did. And of course, I would like to see maybe some tech flex or something to kind of solidify that nice long strand of cords. But he did a pretty good job with it, so I like it. I do think it's a pretty straightforward, simple setup. And the desk kind of looks like this desk.
It does.
I don't think it is, obviously, because of the
smaller, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have the panel because my desk goes up and down. Ha. Anyways, yeah, I think it's a nice setup. I like it. It's very simple and straightforward, right?
Yes. Good job, Tyler.
Good job, Tyler. Yeah, Toilet. Deutschland. I don't know what that means. Actually, oh shit! I just realized. I think I made a mistake with the scores here.
Oh no.
That was a 0 when it should not have been. Okay, well, sorry, Abhieshaik, you were taken off at first place. Anyways, Thomas scored a 76. Andreas scored an 86. Ryan scored a 74. James scored a 78. Shahzard scored a 66. Ruben scored an 86. Abhieshaik scored an 88. And Toila scored an 90.
A 90, really?
Yeah, because you break it down category by category. He did a great job. Wire management's great. Outside Out of Mind is definitely on point. Usability is there. He's got every single accessory you can think of. And his theme is almost on top. Perfect. He just needs to really finalize it. So technically, I could have maybe taken one more extra point off of theme, and it could have been a tie between him and Abhieshaik. But for the most part, I think really you have to break down Tyler's setup category by category, and it's there. But Abhieshaik definitely did get a solid 10 on theme, which is not easy to do, even though other people got 10 on theme in this setup. So, interesting. There we go, though, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Pimp, my setup is under 230 in this really weird angle. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt. That's Tom. Bye.